Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy Part 37 of my hard mode blind playthrough. Also, if you'd like to check out my bias play, click the link down below. Thank you. So the last thing we were doing is
We
helping
should
out
clear out these
Sebastian.
spider webs. They always seem to be in the way.
Incendio!
Oh, it's ancient magic.
Depulso!
Could I
Bombarda!
change my spells?
A
I'm
rune
confused.
symbol above the cavern door.
Okay, let's see here. I don't have Confringo.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
There we are.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Incendio!
What triggered?
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
What were you expecting, I wonder? Isidore's Journal. Part 3. The world floated back to me as if in a watery haze. How long had I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes. Empty, empty of sorrow, yes, but also I recall feeling a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish. But then everything started to turn. When I fell, I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it's not the Black Death. At least he is no longer in pain.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Nope.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around. Revelio.
Looks like there's some pathway right here.
Revelio.
This is above me. Okay. Back to the Undercroft.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit.
Here we go.
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Oh.
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Yeah, he asked me not to say anything.
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
That was cruel.
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Not all goblins are bad.
Revelio. I hope Professor Fitz...
Thrilling news. I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Ooh, a new upgrade to the broom? I'll come right away.
Come.
Feel a bit safer when he's around.
What was that? They even have trees around here.
I know there was
Cool.
something I was meant to pick up in town, but it's completely slipped my mind.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. What are we looking for today?
A little bit expensive, but I have the money.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
They don't scare me.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Quest started. Where is this? World map? Oh, wow. I'm out the way on this one. At least a little while. Do I have the thing equipped at least? I do. Cool. Okay. Do I have any other side quests? Speak to the Hufflepuff in the astronomy wing.
Revelio.
Hope I'm not too far from the quest. I could have probably teleported closer.
What do you want?
The
at
sheer
that.
nerve taking them down.
Pardon me. Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
What's so important about the bells?
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
Did Professor Black really remove the bells for a headache?
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black. Taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour, but mum's the word.
Huh. Why can't you put the bells up yourself?
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Okay. I might be able to help with the bells.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower, just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside the bell tower.
It's not gonna show me where to go? Okay. Don't quite know where it is.
Revelio.
Okay, let's check the map. Oh, Sumner's Court, cool. Astronomy Tower, Charms, Professor Figs. Oh, Bell Tower Courtyard, let's just teleport there. Actually, no. I think if I were to teleport, I might end up having the game crash. Too much lag already.
Revelio.
Wait a second, I already did this. Oops.
If he thinks he's getting away with this, he has another thing coming.
I already did this quest though.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Ah, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means, for me and for Hogwarts.
A Rumpton Torn? If I took a risk to teleport, because it would take me so much time to game down here.
Hello, are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Yes?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Okay.
Accio!
Where'd I go? Oh, man.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio! Precisely
have
as
to-
planned.
Knock her walls around, I think. Just stuff.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio!
There's no way.
Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Such grace. Finesse. Didn't I say I adore competition?
I really should be able to just skip on to the next, like, concede, then restart it.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
It made the loading for this a little too long.
Accio! Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio!
Come on, you're almost falling off. Aw, man.
Precisely as planned.
Well, that works.
Accio! Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Precisely as planned.
Nice technique. Well, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
Practice?
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
I thought you were the last person. Okay. Don't like that minigame as much anymore.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Oh, cool, an unidentified item. I'm trying to look at quests. Okay, back to the main quest. Not too far, but it'd be better off teleporting, I think.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
They couldn't have said that before I traveled. I want to get these quests done because these ones are the most likely ones that will have trouble if I continue the main quest. Okay, I sold my stuffs.
Students this year, what with Quidditch being cancelled.
Let's go here and continue this quest.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where can I find him?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What am I hoping to learn from them?
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
I'll speak with Mr. Bickle's friends.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Sounds good. Go inside here. There's the stairs.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, by me.
Revelio.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles, and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why would Harlow take your husband and not you?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you given Harlow any information about Gringotts?
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Does the note confirm kidnapping?
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
That's what I needed.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Miss Rabe, we hope you reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our work together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us, if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Cancelled at Hogwarts this year. My team will make of it when they're at home. Rocking about the vault, topping up.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Revelio. Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
About the note.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
How are you hiding the extortion?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
Mr. Hill seems a very fair man. Can you tell him?
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
Let's see. Compare? Oh, wow. Level 33. Just wanted to get an idea what it looks like for better gear, and it is better.
Revelio.
Gladrax Mannequin. Unlike the enchanted mannequins favored by students for dual practicing, the mannequins at Gladrax serves only as a means to display the latest in wizarding fashion. Okay, change the time of day. I can't change the time. Okay, it must be set because of the quest I'm doing.
Revelio.
Sneakoscope. A sneakoscope is a type of dart detector and will spin, whistle, and light up when it detects someone untrustworthy nearby. It should be used with caution, however, as it will alert the untrustworthy to the user's presence almost instantly. Ooh, I leveled up. Sounds good. Barda. Let's see. I have 6 more, so 7 points to put in. 3 here. 4, 5. 6, 7. Also take the 2 from here and put it into stealth. Okay, let's put this in here. Actually, this is more consumed. Let's do that. Oops, bought the wrong one. Let me reload.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Okay, I think I...
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
Revelio.
Okay, sorry, done. Good, I have the talent. I don't think I want the invisibility potion. This, however, sounds useful. No.
Revelio.
This way looks like it would be best.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
I haven't checked this
Hello,
guy's
be
shop
with
for
you
a
in a
long
bit.
time. Oh, I got everything.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf. Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Both of these are good. You should have spoken out though.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Oh, it's you! What a pleasant surprise.
The Magic Neep Cart. This cart belongs to Timothy Teasdale, who runs Magical Neep. He enjoys being in the thick of things and engaging with customers outside the shop.
Revelio.
Sits there like a lump every Christmas while all the other voice of reason under the reign of that.
I'm not sure I can believe most of it.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Okay, now we can tell her about everything.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hogshead. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Ooh.
Revelio.
Hogsmeade, the only all-wizarding village in Britain. Hogsmeade has been a favorite haunt of Hogwarts students, third years and up, for centuries.
Revelio. Natty must be around here somewhere.
Uh-oh. I must swim to my destination.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Where? Demiguise?
Revelio.
I already got the demiguise here. Well, I'm not seeing her here. It obviously doesn't seem like she is here.
One never knows when society will be thrown into the midst of unrest.
Oh, that's her wand.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
You think the Ashwinders are impressed?
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Glacius!
With the rest of us decent folk.
What happened to him? My spell worked, it seems like.
Never truly
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Go in.
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio. Incendio. Accio.
Oh, I can't see if they're going far enough. There we go.
The hidden door. Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
It's exhausting, standing here. I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work.
Revelio.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend would be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
What student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone?
Just keep an eye out.
One wonders if one's life is indeed carved out. I've had enough of Feldcroft. Hope I never have to...
You come to the wrong place, child.
You're no match for me.
You're no match for me.
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Glacius. Defender.
I'm not done with
Is that the best you got?
That all you got?
To your knees.
Okay. Hey,
Gleason, Tiger, Presumptor!
Quite conductive, aren't we?
Don't waste my time.
I hope it was worth it.
too much lag. Couldn't even fight that combat. Just
Mattie must have been
rushing.
taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
My character just said to better not be seen, so maybe I shouldn't.
Enough to come in here alone.
Nuisance when supplies run low, though. Always makes me nervous when our stocks aren't brimming.
Revelio.
It's about time Rookwood took control. He doesn't need Ranrock.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is.
Petrificus Totalis.
What's he even doing?
Revelio.
Oh, somebody's very tired.
Girls be nothing but trouble. About time we locked.
Petrificus Totalis.
Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty, don't you fret.
Is this working out?
Revelio.
I've never been afraid of them.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend, if they're daft enough to try to come through here.
There's a spot.
I'm going straight to the Hog's Head. Or perhaps I'll just go now.
Petrificus Totalis. Revelio.
Come on.
Students these days, so full of themselves. Suppose that's what we're counting on, innit?
Rookwood will lead us to victory, you mark my words.
My darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over,
Can't
and I'm
believe
certain
we're forced
to
to
read
work
it
with
again.
these goblins.
Each hour until we are able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope.
We know who to leave at home minding the oven.
I long for a day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to assure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost
Lower
goodness
Hogsfield
of
needs some
happiness,
stocks after our little visit.
pinnacle, have been an existential challenge indeed, and now I have.
I knew we'd never be able to see this through. It's one of you, isn't it? One of you thinking to be...
I don't want to work with goblins.
I
Not
am
now,
off
not
to
ever.
read your
Rookwood's gone mad.
no, Larry once more. Your affectionate
Feldcroft was
Rose. Okay.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
What?
As if it's all the fault of us witches! You talk as if we...
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll tell on us first chance he gets.
Petrificus Totalis.
Someone messing about!
You should never have come here. Expulso!
Oh, I just Petrificus total
Concentrate.
absurd.
Can't let anyone get past me this time.
Expulso!
Why didn't it game first say?
Expulso!
Stupefy! Glacius! Defender!
Obviously, it's level.
Defendo!
Death from above! Expulso!
Descendo! Confringo! Bombarda! Leviosa!
Expulso!
Accio! Incendio!
Now where did it go?
Glacius! Defendo! Flipendo!
Well, you'll have to do better. Might want to look up. Expulso!
Revelio!
Did not expect to fight there. Am I still able to hide? Okay, they're above me, it looks like.
Revelio!
Actually, I could scan for them. Yep.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. Expulso!
What are you, shy? I've seen more courage in a Porlock.
Gotcha! Incendio!
Afraid to face.
Now to finish the job.
That? Where did you go, coward? Ha! You're easier to spot.
Stupefy! Levioso! Flipendo!
Stop that
Glacius,
right now!
Defendo! Arresto momentum! Descendo! Bombarda!
Expulso!
Stupefy! Levioso! Valiant! Accio! Incendio! Glacius! Defendo! Flipendo!
Where are you? Chicken?
And no one to share in my victory. Revelio! Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Aloha Mora.
A treasure chest appeared out of nowhere.
Revelio.
Let's free her first. I can't fear.
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Well, I could have done that.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Wait, one back, or... No?
Revelio.
Let's see, it could be in there. Here we go. You're as dear to me as augury, whose voice foretells the coming rain. You are loved by me as a croup could be, whose loyalty is true in pain. You have cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You have always been the one.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
I don't really need to worry about the gear. Got out of it very soon anyways.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Sounds good.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
The authorities haven't been much help.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Cool. Finishing that quest is very good. Okay, let's do a little bit of looking around at Hogsmeade before time.
Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption.
Ooh. Oh?
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Revelio.
Looks like it's inside. Where is it? I believe I've been in here before and it didn't show me where. There it is. Frog Spawn Soap. An amphibious surprise awaits anyone who tries to wash with this particular bar of soap. Once submerged in water, a cohort of wriggling tadpoles hatches right out of the suds.
Revelio.
I'm looking for that shop with the... I don't know, this thing. This right here.
Well, hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
Revelio.
Let's see, I can look at the map to see how many demigods I'm missing. 3 more. A lot of field guide pages still to get as well.
Come in! Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad-hide.
Don't see anything in here.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio.
Let's see. Oh, I can unlock this.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Let's open up this. It's right there, it sounds like. There it is. Fizzing Wisbees. These delicious sweets, rumored to contain Billywick stings, are small sherbet balls that, when consumed, will levitate one a few inches off the ground.
Revelio.
Okay, well, let me... Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment down below about what you think of that quest I just finished. And also, if you'd like to see my bias play, it's on Patreon. You can click the link down below. Thank you. And I'll see you next time.